matchup, we get to see Moist taking on the newly branded OpTic Gaming, kind of the battle of two new brands coming in to the Rocket League scene.
And we'll see if that can perhaps breathe some extra life into them. New life in this roster, certainly OpTic Gaming able to squeeze into this major, but this first round matchup, Moist, formerly Queso, who captured our hearts last major with their incredible lower bracket run, their intense game sevens.
Yeah.
They're going to be a tough matchup for OpTic.
So clutch Moist has been. And I don't think a lot of people have big expectations here for OpTic. And maybe that's a good thing for them. They kind of look at their regional runs, and they didn't really beat anyone above them. They only beat teams below them, stopped by G2 in version 1. So we'll see what OpTic can do here. And right now, honestly, this is a great start for them. Moist just not absolutely coming out and crushing them. Maybe an opportunity here for Illusion. Can he get a flip reset? He won't get it, and Joyo there to clear it away.
Rise going to take this downfield. There's another demo. Joyo going for the flick. That one blocked. Drees was hanging out on the post. Able to make the stop. Now, on the other end, low boost save from Vatira. And Corelli, this matchup against OpTic Gaming, you heard Illusion say it in his interview. They feel like the wild card, and they're playing that role right now.
Oh, that's a tough shot to block. It's just behind both of them, and Vatira can't get there. Drees able to sneak by. OpTic threatened by Moist there, but Moist can't break through.
Rise, nice stop at the midfield. A boom over to the sidewall. Joyo keeping it in. Illusion, great speed. We'll hit it out. Another challenge. We'll bounce it up off the ceiling. Rise looking for Vatira. Vatira wide turn around the ball. It's a nice pass. Double tap doesn't come through. Weak shot is going to be saved. Was a nice look from Moist, but the shot never came.
And you can see the triple threat coming out from Moist. All players getting involved in the shots, and they're very, very quick to follow up. But OpTic, they're getting a couple good looks here, James, catching Moist off, especially on the counterattack. But they got to watch out for Vatira, as he can't get under it. And Moist still looking to threaten. It's Joyo now. Looking to follow up, gets by one, up to Mist to make the save, and he stops the follow-up from Moist.
Low boost troubles. Finally, a big clear comes out from Drees. And we've seen Drees on the major stage before, back when he was on G2, and honestly, looked arguably the best-looking player on his team back at the fall major. Now another chance. OpTic holding on.
And let's not forget, I mean, on OpTic, he also had Illusion as well on FaZe, had a great fall major performance as well, probably his best performance of the year. And so can he capture that magic again against Moist? It's gonna be tough with Vatira's flip resets coming from the ceiling, and a 1-0 lead for Moist.
You know, who needs double taps when you've got flip resets? And Vatira and all of Moist so deadly in the air. Excellent shot, excellent goal to open up the London Major, and Moist find themselves ahead with less than half of game one to go, Correll.
I mean, you knew it was gonna happen on the Moist side. It didn't really matter which player you chose. One of them was gonna hit the flip reset, and here in the first 3 minutes against OpTic Gaming. Now Drees off the backboard, no follow-up from OpTic, but nobody getting a touch here from Moist. As a demo comes out, Rise will take out Illusion. And OpTic down by one, looking for space. And they've been afforded a little bit of space as now a bump comes out. Drees can't get by the defense, and Vatira will take Drees out of the game.
We've seen some shaky moments on defense from OpTic Gaming already. There was that one at the beginning of the game that barely bounced off the post. Drees had to come in and cleared off the goal line after Illusion and Mist got tangled up. We've seen OpTic not really get that many opportunities on offense, stuck on defense most of the time, but now we see Illusion going for a dribble. Drees, low boost, able to keep that ball in play. Mist was able to steal the corner boost as well. See what Drees does here. Booms it back out to the middle. Mist waiting for his chance. Nice handbrake usage. Will pop it up into a dangerous spot, but Joyo able to touch that gracefully back to the corner.
Minute remaining, and you've seen a lot here through the first 4 minutes. A lot of demos coming out from Moist. Rise and Vatira, second and fourth in EU demos per game across all teams. It is very tough to get through Moist with how physical they are. And now OpTic, they got 40 seconds to make something work, but it seems like they've been gaining a lot more ground here against Moist. But unfortunately, the shot's just not coming for them.
OpTic, can they battle back? 30 seconds left in game one. Drees Again, low on boost. We've seen that so much for OpTic. Running on fumes. Miss towards net.
Oh.
And Vatira is able to get high and block it. Vatira, wonderful speed. That'll melt more time off the clock, but it's controlled by Miss. Missed.
Oh,
back to
not bad.
Drees. The give and go shut down by Joyo.
Maybe the best attack we've seen from OpTic. And unfortunately, maybe not enough here in game one. It's going to be Mist to keep it up, but Rise there to kill it. He won't even need a touch. And Moist going to take game one.
And a convincing game one victory from Moist. You saw the one goal of this game was a beauty. That Vatira flip reset over the defense. We saw moments where OpTic's defense really was struggling.
Yeah, and while it was just like a one-goal game, as you said, it was Moist full control here in this game. We were just mentioning it in the waning seconds. OpTic didn't really have a lot of shooting chances. They did have a little bit more space than I would expect against a Moist squad, but for OpTic, I mean, you can see here, that was probably one of their better shots, really. They didn't get a lot of clean shots towards the Moist side.
And this play there, you saw that. Illusion and Mist getting tangled up, Drees bailing him out, and then this flip reset, so nasty, even bouncing off the ceiling.
And what do you do if you're Missed? I mean, there's just nothing you can do when he comes off the ceiling with the flip reset. It's so hard to defend because the option of the flip reset is so powerful in Rocket League.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna say vote to forfeit, but I realized that this isn't ranked, so you gotta play it out. But hitting clips like that, what a shot from Moist. But honestly, Corelli for OpTic, I think even though they lost this game one, they're a wild card. They had to fight so hard to get here. That game was close. That was a winnable game for OpTic. And if they were able to shut down that one incredible Vatira play and score on that Drees and Miss passing play, we might see them pull out a game one victory.
I mean, there was enough opportunities to say that they could have at least put away one here, even with the Moist control. And I think if you are OpTic, you're not favored in this matchup, just plain and simple. And I think for a 1-0 loss here in a game where they did have a few opportunities, not the worst look for them.
See if they can get some momentum going. Still looking for their first goal of the London Major. Rise. Trying to slow it down. You mentioned how many demos Moist.
Yeah. I forgot
were
about
able to
Illusion.
execute. Yeah, you forgot about Illusion.
Number 4 in NA for demos, just to back that one up. And so it's not just Moist getting those demos. Of course, Illusion, I think, getting a lot of those demos when he was on phase as well, but still brings that physical play here for OpTic.
Saw 2 demos for OpTic. Maybe that is the key that will open up these opportunities for OpTic Gaming. Joyo, flip reset. Missed, able to keep this to the corner. Drees upfield. Vatira pre-jumps. Second effort, he'll leave it for Joyo. Double tap ball gets denied, but that confidence from Moist at the midfield. What do you do about that?
Well, it's too predictable from OpTic, but hold on a second. That one's gonna go off the post from Mist. The block, the dunk, that could have gone in. And again, another decent look there for OpTic. Of course, when you go into a tackle like that, you just don't expect it to go straight towards the net. But that's how close this series has been so far, even with the control coming out from Moist. OpTic have at least kept them honest here.
They certainly have. This has been a close series, and I personally, Corelli, looking at OpTic and Moist, their performances over the majors, over the split, you expect Moist to be the heavy favorite, but OpTic is hanging right in there. Now at the midfield, Mist, popping it up to the corner, going for the 50. Illusion, with a bit of time, you see him getting harassed by Joyo, wasn't able to get the play into the middle, but a nice pass from Drees, and there it is indeed. OpTic Gaming are on the board.
And that is the best look that OpTic have had, and this great composure here, playing this one off the back wall. You see players rotating out, but Mist finally coming through that third man to crash and take a shot. That's the piece that OpTic's been missing. They finally put a decent shot on target.
And it looked like Joyo even might have gotten clipped there as well. Illusion, great job not only taking that ball to the corner and getting a chance out to the mid, but hold on a second. I thought that was gonna get cleared off the backboard, but it leaks out for Joyo.
And that one's shocking to let in. This is just a routine clear, and Drees, he was a little late to it off the backboard, tried to catch it with the flip and just didn't get there in time, didn't time it properly, and quickly the lead relinquished here from OpTic.
Man, I'd love to get another look at that to see, could somebody else have gone for that? That was in net. Drees late to that ball, making it an awkward play. Now another rebound out. The redirect on the goal line. It hits off the post and goes out. Almost another goal right off the kickoff for Moist, and still shots coming in.
And those are good looks from Moist. OpTic, though, the defense, it's been pretty solid here. Although it did get a little mixed up. Now Drees off the back wall. Lucian's gonna take out, or move back rather. It's Moist. I don't know if they're gonna get this read. That's another miss. It's Joyo this time. Defensively, Moist not getting the reads on OpTic. Drees wanted to pass over to Mist. It's not gonna happen, and Moist do get out.
Lucian. Oh, I mean, yeah, still on low boost, just enough to get that touch on it. You're seeing OpTic Gaming set up. Vatira first to the ball, Rise, nice pass down. Saw OpTic setting up to block out the midfield ball, but Vatira perfectly positioned. A nice pass coming through. Rise will pummel it in. OpTic just had to watch. What can you do with this ball behind you on the goal line?
And this is so tough for Lucian. You have to let it go. There's no way to cut that one back. You risk own goaling, but then you got to get behind it on the far side. And of course, Moist again crashing the net and giving Lucian no choice.
Moist fighting back and taking the lead. The pop up over Lucian. Vatira getting the bump, and now Rise will finish the job. Acrobatics in the air, getting physical. Vatira can do it all.
And if you've seen a single series from Moist, you know exactly how this goes every time Vatira takes this guy. And really, it's all three of them, but this time Vatira, just to bump someone out of the way, you just can't give Moist that much space, that much time to decide what they want to do behind the ball. OpTic paying the price on that decision.
Vatira, world-class player, and a sensational start to the London Major, opening things up with that flip reset goal. And now that physical play, getting the pass down to Rise. Great start for Vatira. We'll see if Moist can keep it going. On the attack now, the backboard has been relatively open for business. You see another bounce coming out. Two go for it for OpTic. Moist smell blood in the water here on Aquadome.
And unfortunately, that demo might open things up. And Vatira just waiting for Drees to give it up, but he pokes it by. And Joyo there to save the day and stop the dribble. No one connecting here in the Moist corner. Here comes some space for Rise. Just tried to break it up. OpTic again, very passive, letting this one come to the midfield, and players not really getting the perfect challenge on it. And Moist will take the space.
Lucian hoping Drees can get there in time, but Moist seems to be a step ahead. Missed up to Lucian. Lucian looking for a teammate. We have seen some good give and go moments from OpTic Gaming.
Too predictable there from Drees. You could see, I mean, I could even see it when he was playing behind the ball. It's straight into Moist. I mean, you talked about how OpTic couldn't find themselves out of their own side. It's because Moist, the challenge game, they know exactly where OpTic's going to go with it.
Oh, the musty! You thought he had it. Oh, baby, that was close. Moist going for clips.
And they've already hit a couple here. Joyo again wants another flip reset. Vatira will wait for the clear. It's handed to him. Unfortunately, can't find his teammates. OpTic trying to hang on here in the final 10 seconds, but they're going to need a miracle in game 2. In a game where they did lead at one point. One last clear here for Drees, and it's downfield. Lucian might have a second touch. Follow-up isn't there, and Rise to kick it down. OpTic going to drop game 2.
And why not go for a pinch goal? Almost scoring off of it, the backboard pinch pass. But Moist, like you said, Corelli, they gave up that first goal, but then boom, 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 answering back. Vatira, another stellar game. That bump setting up Rise, that's really when things started to go bad for OpTic Gaming, who had some good moments. That we saw the give and go attempt game 1, it didn't work out. This time it did. We saw the passing plays from OpTic in the final third start to show promise, but really we're seeing Moist lock down the midfield so well. And you had mentioned it, the predictable passing plays, not only on offense, but also defensively trying to go for those clears. Yep. Moist has them red at the moment.
And that was the best look you just saw in the replay there from OpTic. And it actually felt like they were getting into this series and getting into game 2. And then it just started to fall apart. Of course, Moist mechanics really took over as well. The bump air dribble there from Vatira and the pass down. Moist there. You can see Rise, 7 shots, and he's averaging 3.39 per game in Europe. Getting 7 here, over double of what he gets, and that's exactly what you would expect from a guy like Rise.
And some people will tell you, quality over quantity, Corelli, but no matter what, it seems like those players on Moist, if they're taking the shots, it's almost always going to be quality. Well, the quality they bring is spectacular, so you give them 7 shots.
Right.
You're going to have a bad time.
And that's what Joyo and Vatira really do well, is they enable Rise to take high-quality shots.
Let's see if more of those high-quality shots can come to fruition. That backboard shut down by Drees. We've seen a lot of backboard bounces come back. You know, off OpTic's backboard, and generally that means you're out of boost, you're in tough positions on defense. See if they can shut that down. OpTic need to bounce back or they'll find themselves in the lower bracket.
Again, some weird gaps on the Moist side defensively. I mean, they've been playing a perfect series really this entire time, but it seems like every once in a while you see an OpTic player who pulls out the ball and is sitting in midfield, and luckily every single time they don't have boost. But Moist are certainly giving up some space to OpTic, and they've been able to take somewhat of an advantage. But still Moist very much in control. Another shot here. It was wide, but Aleutian will clear it across his own net. Missed downfield, and the follow-up's there from Aleutian. Can he race back to the post? It'll be Vatira to clear it away.
From that camera angle, Corelli, it looked like the net was open, and you saw the shot. Looked like it was going lower corner, but didn't have enough heat on it.
He quite literally came across the entire screen to make that save. And we stay scoreless.
Pitch out. Aleutian believe that shot comes in. Easy save for Vatira. We'll take this back to the ground, gets demoed, but it's a nice pass to Rise. Hard shot, rebound for Joyo. Aleutian will make sure Joyo doesn't get a piece of it. Now Drees over to Mist. Mist late to jump. Vatira beating him there, can't get the double. But now Rise playing defense. The pass across, but Vatira, it looked like he demoed Aleutian to make sure that that pass would not be scored.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Aleutian even had a chance at it, but it was so quick across the net. And there was no opportunity for OpTic, and now Vatira will make the fake, and Moist up by 1.
And Corelli, I have to take another look at this one. The smoke screen, you're waiting, wondering what's gonna happen. Vatira, the dirty mind game. Not all plays require mechanics. Sometimes you just gotta use your noggin.
Sometimes you gotta have a big brain. And Vatira flexing it on the OpTic goal line.
And that is a heartbreaking goal, but that shot!
What?
Aleutian will get credit for this goal, but look at this ball. I mean, Shogun said on the desk that Miz has the best double taps in the world. After watching that, he might be right.
He might have been right. That was an insane angle. I haven't seen an angle like that.
And the power, to get that much power.
And somehow Moist saved that, by the way.
Yeah.
They saved that.
That was Aleutian's goal. So great pass there for Mist. And we're all tied up. OpTic making it a game in game 3.
And again, I mean, we've seen OpTic have multiple chances here. It's not like Moist is running up the score, but hold on, another flip reset, and it's dangerous here. Tangled up our OpTic. Still threatening here from Moist. Another shot from Joyo. That one plays perfectly. 2-1 Moist.
No matter what OpTic does, it seems like Moist comes back swinging. Even though it was a team bump, Joyo just backflips right into position and makes the most of it.
And that one was hit into Rise. It just ricocheted off Rise towards Joyo, and, you know, hedging against how that play is going to go. Joyo in the right spot at the right time. And now OpTic again. Find themselves down by 1. That's a great pass down. Mist couldn't get there in time. Seen a couple good combinations coming out from OpTic. Still haven't been able to hold on to a lead. In fact, only had 1 lead so far. They've been playing from behind most of this series. That one's off the backboard. Follow-up, inbound. Drees, shot on target, and Moist can't make the save.
And it's another double tap pass from Mist, this time off the sidewall, and then going for the backboard pass. Lovely play. Drees able to sink it. And we're starting to see promise from OpTic Gaming. But we've got less than half the game left to go. OpTic will have to get 1 more. Otherwise, we're going to overtime.
Looking for their second lead is OpTic, but it might be Joyo standing in their way. A great dunk on the goal line. Still dangerous here. Moist really throwing OpTic into the blender a couple of these times, just getting extra touches that the defense not expecting.
It's a high bounce. Nice ball for Joyo, instantly going for the flip reset. And Joyo almost getting back to it. I don't think he was expecting Mist to not make contact, and now Vatira cleans it up. What even happened on that play?
I'm kind of sitting here shaking my head, wondering what happened as well. That one came off the crossbar, and of course Joyo made it very awkward because he came so far off the ball. The defense, I think, were kind of shocked that he got back to it. But then no one was able to follow it up off the backboard.
And you have to make contact on that. The backboard cannot be that open. OpTic has been weak in that space, letting the backboard bounces come through. That time, it bit him.
Yeah.
Moist able to take the lead right back. We'll see if OpTic can fight back to tie it up once more.
Oh, Vatira. And the follow there from Rise, he almost got it back to Joyo as well. And might be missed here. Unfortunately, Moist stands in his way. Vatira options to his right, pass to Rise, wants to go, and the near post shot is saved by Mist.
Good defense from Mist, and it was tricky because you saw Rise hesitate on that shot. It was smart, able to get some space, but the defense there, but that time the defense not able to rise to the occasion, and Moist will be up by 2.
And again, it's another kind of question mark here for OpTic. You see Misty kind of went up the sidewall and then wanted to follow up, but couldn't get back to it in time. You can't let Rise sit inside your box and receive a pass like that.
We've seen a lot of Moist players just camped out in front of net on the goal line in front of the box. Some positioning that they make work.
Okay, I like the kickoff there from OpTic. Got the demo behind the ball, and then the follow-up was there, but unfortunately, no quality shot came of it. Flip reset here from Aleutian. Still fighting, and it could be Mist. He fakes it, follow-up's there, but the save again from Joyo. Somehow Moist, clutch on their own goal line, still trying to win tackles as Aleutian, but push back to his own side.
And you feel like for OpTic to have a chance, that had to go in. And now, forced to play defense, less than 30 seconds left to go. Will we see OpTic get one more and put this within the realm of possibility? And Corelli, that play, we'll have to take another look at that on the replays, but that looked like it was very scoreable.
At that one, you had to score. If you're OpTic, if you wanted to make the comeback, feels like Moist are just going to shut them down, close them out. And with 5 seconds left, OpTic has to score some time left in the clock. It's not going to happen. Maybe one more for the road.
Nope.
Another save. It's cleared down, and Moist will 3-0 OpTic in our opening match.
Moist, what a way to start out the London Major. The beautiful flip reset from Vatira. Moist, a strong showing, and I think this is the scoreline that many expected. As you saw the shades. Joyo putting on the shades, Corelli.
Easy, he's saying. Easy, easy. And for him, I mean, this is the expectation. This is the expectation for Moist overall. Casters and analysts have Moist going very deep in this tournament. I just want to say, I don't think that was the worst series from OpTic. I think they actually played Moist pretty well. They got a little scrambled defensively, and that's really what Moist does to all their teams, right? They crash that net, the offensive power that you see, just making opportunities come from nowhere. That's the power of Moist. That's what they've brought to the Spring Major.
Certainly, and talk about out of nowhere, I just keep going back to that first goal. It was such an amazing goal and a one-goal game. OpTic, though, kept it close. They kept it close. Very difficult first-round matchup with Moist, but now OpTic will have to make a run in the lower bracket as we take a look at the highlights from this last game. That mind game from Vatira, even getting a chuckle out of it.
And look at this shot from Mist, and probably, my goodness, that one might be one of the best shots we're going to see this tournament with the angle that he found. And now Joyo, that was the last goal that we saw, just the open space for Rise. That's really what killed OpTic in this series, because Moist did so well, again, to just create nothing out of, or something out of nothing.
Yeah, and it's funny, you said that shot was so good, but still...
It was still saved.
Moist saved the shot, right? So Moist, unbelievable on defense, unbelievable on offense. Excellent start from them. There is some promise here for OpTic Gaming, but you know, Moist, the way that they play defense, even with those crazy shots, that crazy shot from Mist, they're just a tough team to beat.
Yep, I mean, again, expectations kind of have been met here in this first round. Moist 3-0ing OpTic.
And Corelli, I love the player interviews, and you know, I'm so glad that we have the Oasis run by Subi and Mark. Let's go hear from them.
Hey, thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. And we've got Moist Esports here.
Yes, sir.
In the Oasis. And boys, you made that look easy, and this is going to be a tough one. This is a first where we get all of you up here. So I'm just going to throw a mic in your face, and you guys just start talking. Tell me about that. How did that feel going up against OpTic Gaming, NA, EU? It's always fun to see the rivalry, but how'd that one feel?
Free win. I mean, EU's better, so, you know, it was free.
EU's better, off the cuff, just like that. I mean, did you guys, was it a easy time throughout the whole thing? Were you guys confident throughout the whole match?
The teams NA send in, then they're finished.
NA's finished. We are one game. We are one series in. Sorry, one game. We're one series in, people.
I mean, come on now. You love the confidence to see it, but it's expected after you guys took that third regional. You took down BDS. All it took was 6 games for you. They didn't even bracket reset you. So Coming into this major, do you feel like, okay, after you guys went through the winter, everyone seemed to doubt you. You guys are rookies, never played live before. Now you guys are seasoned vets. Is this one yours?
Yeah, I think we win this one easily. Pre-win.
Easily. You hear the confidence?
Love it.
All right. I mean, looking at your prep leading up to the event, any changes? Is it business as usual for the prep?
Yeah, it seems like it. We just scrim a lot, play a lot, put in hours, and we've actually put in hours this time, not like the first two regionals. So I think we win it.
Okay, so in regards to hours, right? How many hours are we talking? How many hours are you clocking in a week? Do you know?
A week, I got 75 past 2.
I have 45.
I'm low right now. I mean, I have like 66, but I usually have like 100.
All right.
In 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
It's more than a full-time job. You're clocking in overtime. I hope Moist Esports is paying you appropriately here to take the stage. That's good to hear, and it's so good to see you guys here at yet another major.
Yeah, absolute fantastic performance. This is only series number 1, my friends. All right, please stick around. We're going to send you guys to a break. We'll be right back. Stick around.